Hi guys, welcome back to the Always Games TV show special. So, in this episode, I'm Reginald, your host of course, and I'm joined by Luke Gocher.
Hello there.
And we're going to be giving our predicted results for the video game Baftas. Now, we did this last year, and I think we did it the year before. So, we're going to give you a rundown of each category, mention each game that's been nominated, and we're going to give our expected winner.
Yes.
And have you come up with a forfeit yet, Luke, if whoever loses doesn't get them right?
No, I'm working on that.
We will let you know at the end of the show what the forfeit will be.
Yes.
How are we doing anyway?
Good, yeah.
We've already recorded an Always Games TV shows now. It's pushing 11:30 at night. We've had our pizza, we're good.
I'm well fed.
Yeah. So, we'll jump straight into it. Right. For the video game BAFTA nominees for the Artistic Achievement Award, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Batman Arkham Knight, Everybody's Gone to Rapture, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Ori and the Blind Forest, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So, I haven't played 3 of these. I haven't played the latest Assassin's Creed, I have not played the latest Batman, and I've not played Ori and the Blind Forest. But what do you think would be the best artistic achievement?
The Assassin's Creed is very good. Obviously based in London this time around as well. And you always get that Panasonic sort of panoramic view when when you go at the top of the building. They've kept that in.
The eagle eye sort of. Yeah.
So that's the real seller. In terms of visually how it looks.
It's also because it's England as well. You kind of feel a bit more England.
I feel like that will be up there. Which was really good visually. Some of the islands were really well done, like the built up mountain area.
So it's just based in London then.
In Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher 3. Sorry, I thought it was still Assassin's Creed.
No, yeah, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, based in London, but then the Witcher 3 as well. For me, another game that I've played is where sort of the mountain areas in particular. When you sail out, and they are fantastic. I think for me it's between the two, and I'm gonna go with Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. Now, I should have probably said this before, actually. Are you going to go with what you want to win the BAFTA, or what you think's going to win the BAFTA? This
is what I think will win.
Okay.
And what I want.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Everybody's Gone to Rapture. It's kind of an unusual game. Visually, it's gorgeous. It's quite a very good-looking game. And also, it's set in I believe, Cheshire town, I think, or a small market village. Very similar aspects, not set directly in a particular place, but the artisticness is taken from actual real places and then sort of placed and changed to fit the game. So I'm going with Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Next up, I should probably make a note of these. Yes,
we're going to record it though.
Yeah, I'll go back through the show before we do it. Audio achievement, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Batman Arkham Knight, Everybody's Gone to Rapture. I'm stealing a bit of a pattern here. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5, Star Wars Battlefront, and Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So they're exactly the same games, except Star Wars Battlefront is in it, and Ori the Blind Forest is not.
Yeah. I'm struggling to think of an iconic theme tune for a fair few of these games. Obviously, Star Wars has the generic...
Yeah.
Soundtracks.
Don't just think music though. I think generally all audio here. This is so sound effects and everything like that. I know which I'm going for. Straight off, I won't even need to hesitate. Star Wars Battlefront. That game, actually, the gameplay is obviously that doesn't come into this category. Is not the best of Star Wars Battlefront. It's lacking a lot in a lot of areas. But there's one thing about that game. It visually looks like Star Wars and it sounds like Star Wars. Right down from the music, everything from the blasters, the lightsabers, every little ping of a shot hitting this and that, straight down, audio achievement should definitely go to Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay. I'm not going to go with that one.
You can if you wish, don't you? Go for the same
one. No, I'll keep it for the... I'll keep it different. I'm going to go with Assassin's Creed because it is London centre. You get the quirky noises of the carts on the cobbles, and to your point of the intricate sound effects, they have captured it. Yeah, I would probably I would have probably gone with Battlefront, but no, I'm going with Assassin's Creed sound effects.
Now you see,
fingers crossed.
The only one with that I'd probably say would be the voice acting in Witcher 3 was fantastic. I guess that would come into audio aspect, but yeah, I'm going with Star Wars Battlefront. You're going with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Next up, best family game.
Oh,
Disney Infinity 3.0, Play Without Limits.
Oh,
FIFA 16. I guess the family do play it. Guitar Hero Live, Lego Dimensions, Super Mario Maker, or Rocket League.
Oh,
for best family game.
I know. I think Guitar Hero could be up there because in groups, which I'm trying to put with this game, I think dads, mums, and kids can all get hold of this and get on board with it. I also think Lego could be up there.
Lego Dimensions is one where you actually bought the Lego pieces as well, and you actually built it while you played the game.
I'm gonna go with Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero. Now, I personally think it's between Disney Infinity and Lego Dimensions, mainly because of the introduction of the toys. I'm going to go with Disney Infinity 3.0, mainly because it's the introduction of Star Wars. And you can see behind me, we've got, actually they're all from 3.0, I think. Oh no, maybe the Hulkbuster is from 2.0. But just actually visually, I don't even own the game, and I've bought the statues.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Disney Infinity 3.0.
Good man.
Right, next up, game design. Bloodborne.
Ooh.
Grow Home.
No, I did that one.
It's good. Not a bad game, actually. Her Story. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. And I have to admit, that's the first time I've ever heard of that one. I don't know that one.
Is that a VR one?
See our previous episode if you don't get that reference. Rocket League and The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That is for game design.
Okay, one that I don't think is going to win it, but I'm going with it because I would like it to win, is Rocket League.
Okay.
I love the simplicity of it, but just the fact that it's a 360 pitch, so you can drive on the roof, and it's crazy, a bit mad, just a bit different. Online 8-player, simple to do. Don't get me wrong, they've not reinvented the wheel with it, and they've not.
But it works.
Yeah, it works really well, and I know probably Witcher for its wide range in map and everything else has probably really pushed it, but I'd like Rocket League to win. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot now.
No, I got to admit, it was for me mainly because I have not played the other four, so I can't really comment on Bloodborne, Grow Home, Her Story, or Lovers in Dangerous Space-Time. The only two I played is Rocket League and Witcher 3, so I'm going to go with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And the reason why I'm going to go for game design for that is it pulls in a lot of different elements. It's a great open world game. The inventory system is very simple to use, even for RPGs. Sometimes it can get a bit clunky. That seems to work quite well with Witcher 3. Combat works well. It pulls in a lot of different things, and it seems to... It doesn't... I know it sounds really bad to say this, even though I'm choosing it. It doesn't do one thing absolutely perfectly. It does them all really well, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and you've gone with Rocket League. Game innovation. Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Her Story. Life is Strange. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Splatoon. Until Dawn. And that's for game innovation.
This is difficult for me because I haven't played a lot of these games. I don't think Until Dawn is innovative enough.
Okay.
I think there's too many story-based games.
It doesn't set anything new.
No. and that's what makes this difficult because I haven't played some of these games.
We're going to find that with a lot of these categories.
Yeah,
we're going to find out you can't play everything as much as I try.
Do you know what? I'll go with Until Dawn, purely because it's the game I've played. Because otherwise I'd just be playing. I'd be having sort of a stab in the dark here. So, game I've played, I'm going with Until Dawn.
Okay, but I can understand your apprehension with it because it's not set anything groundbreaking for its gameplay, but was a very good game, even though it was short.
Very.
We've discussed that on the previous show as well. I'm going to go with Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Yes, it's open world and stealth, but there was a lot of elements within that game which it did very, very well, and it blended the two between stealth and open world very seamlessly.
Is that innovative, though?
In the way of open world, yes, because over the last, I'd say, 5-6 years, we've had a lot of this climb this tower. Assassin's Creed, for example. Watch Dogs. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Go to this one place, unlock the rest of the map with all your missions. Metal Gear Solid 5 didn't have that. It was literally, this world is open to you. Go. Approach any mission from any angle you wish to approach it from. Go in action-based, stealth, mix of the two. Use this equipment. Don't use this equipment. It was entirely however you wish to approach a particular settlement, building. You could approach it however you wished. And you would end up discovering, by applying different gameplay elements together, which you wouldn't think would work, would actually have an effect. And that's why I thought maybe Metal Gear Solid 5 would be an interesting game innovation for open world games.
Yeah, I've not played enough of it, to be fair.
I never completed it, and that was down to the unfinished story. So if there's a story category, it's not winning.
Yeah.
Next up, mobile and handheld. This is going to be one where we're going to struggle.
All right.
Okay, because none of the ones on here I've played. Oh, no, I have played one. So mobile and handheld. Alpha Bear.
No.
Fallout Shelter. Have you played it?
No.
You should. Her Story. Lara Croft Go. Prune. The Room 3. I know which one I'm going for, but I'm letting you go first.
I've gone first every single time.
Okay. Have you? Oh, you have to go. I'm so much of a gentleman, aren't I? I'm going with that Fallout Shelter.
Okay.
Mainly because it came out of nowhere. It was literally, I think it was announced at E3 last year when they were talking about Fallout, and I believe within, I think it was a week or two, it got released. It was a very simple game, and it worked. It was really enjoyable, and it got me hooked for blooming ages. And I actually spent money on it because it's free to download, and I actually spent about a £5 on it in the end.
All right.
Just for like little extras and stuff. And for me to spend money on a mobile game, that takes a lot.
Yeah, definitely got you hooked a bit.
So I'm going with Fallout Shelter. You can go with the same if you wish, but again, I'm guessing you haven't played any of these, so you can just throw it out.
I'm gonna go with Her Story.
Okay.
No justification. That is all.
I think which her story is because I haven't played that. I have to admit. But no, fair enough. And if you win that, I'll be really glad. Even I'll be chuffy. I'll be like, Luke nailed it. Right, best multiplayer. Destiny: The Taken King. Lovers in Dangerous Space-Time. I really want to know what that game is.
I do.
I'll have to look it up after the show. Rocket League. Splatoon. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which is a game that I've just got Luke for his birthday. World of Tanks. Some good games on there.
Yes.
Very good games. Don't know what Lovers in Dangerous Paradise. Dangerous Paradise? Lovers in Dangerous Space-Time, even. Don't know what that game is.
This is a tricky one. Because there's a few games that I'd put into this category.
Yep.
Well, to nominate to win it. I'm going to go with Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay. Because we tried that at EGX down in Birmingham, didn't we? And we won.
Yes, we won the...
It was me, you,
we won
Tom,
the round, yeah.
and Carl with a Ubisoft representative, but he did say he hadn't played it before. And we kicked ass.
I really enjoyed it. So I'm psyched that I've got now the game. And from what I've seen, been taken quite well.
I'm going to go with Rocket League. Mainly because it just runs smoothly. It's seamless. It was literally between Rocket League or Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Same for me.
Both those games work really, really well. And the one thing actually about Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which I like more than anything else, is when you click on the multiplayer, it puts you in the same queue as everybody else. You do not choose your game mode. It will choose it and it will randomize it. So no matter what, you will always be able to play with other people. Whereas something like Star Wars Battlefront, you choose what game mode you want to play. Now, if there's not, let's say, a year or two down the line, if people aren't playing that game, it thins out the herd. Whereas Rainbow Six Siege, you all hit go on the multiplayer button, and it will automatically put you in the queue. And whatever mode comes up is what you play.
I imagine that's quite Marmite with people, because I imagine some people don't want the randomness. They want to play specific game modes. But I like, to your point, I agree. I like that. It creates
longevity to a multiplayer game.
And randomness, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, again, I'm going with Rocket League. It's just so a pick up and go sort of game.
Yeah.
And anybody can pick it up. There is elements of it that are tricky until you get used to it, but it appeals to so many people. As soon as that game got released, it was literally everywhere. It was on easy. It was entertaining to watch. It was a free game on PlayStation Plus when it launched. It did really well on Twitch.tv, on YouTube Gaming. It did really well because it was an easy game to watch as well as play. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going for that one. So, best music. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Batman Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Fallout 4. Halo 5 Guardians. And Ori and the Blind Forest.
Easy for me.
Everybody's Gone to Rapture?
Close. Fallout 4, without a doubt.
Why Fallout 4?
Do you know what? It's one of the elements that's made the game for me is the radio and the music feature to it. I thoroughly enjoy it. Fantastic. Soundtrack, brilliant.
I'm going to go with Everybody's Gone to Rapture. And the reason why that is, one, the music is really, really, really good. All composed especially for the game. And actually, if video game soundtrack albums were actually registered and recognised by the board of charts, it would have been at number 1 when the game actually got released because they sold that many copies of it. But the charts do not recognise soundtracks.
Oh, so you winner right there then, isn't it?
I didn't know that, so that was like, but it is very, very good, very, very good soundtrack. Next time we've got a bit of time, I'll put it on PlayStation 4. We'll have a logo on it. But it's a mystery plot along game. It's the walking simulator, basically. But it's you playing a story, but in the wrong order as well. So you have to find the pieces to be able to find out what's happened. It's it's a bit of a mystery and a bit of a what the hell's going on. There's no sort of danger or anything like that. But it's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But everything around that with the music and the element around it is really, really good music. Really good music. But like I said, I'll let you try it here. So, best original property. So, this is, for example, a new IP. It's been launched. Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Her Story. Life is Strange. Ori and the Blind Forest. Splatoon. Until Dawn.
Oof.
Again, there's a lot on here which we haven't played. I keep saying that I'm going to play Life is Strange because I hear a lot of good stuff about it. A lot of good stuff. Again, very story-based, driven, walking around, everything like that.
What's yours?
I'm going to go with Until Dawn. Now, again, it's kind of a thing between Everybody's Gone to Rapture and Until Dawn, but I'm going to go with Until Dawn mainly because I went into this game not expecting a lot from it. And Sony didn't really push it, didn't really market it, and they just sort of like, yeah, it's coming, and they released it, and that were it. I played it 2 or 3 hours in, and I was actually quite mildly surprised of how well it worked, how good the story was.
How was the ending at that point?
Like, I haven't completed the game, but I'm about 3 or 4 hours in.
Oh, you're nearly there.
I was really there about 20 minutes then. That is a game I do need to go back and batch. I might start again from scratch actually with that game.
You can.
And go through it again. One Quiet Night.
Ooh.
Yes, all alone.
Set the
surround
scene.
sound headset. Wait, what?
Set the scene.
Somebody's a sex scene. Like, not alone.
Wow. Put the VR down.
So, what are you going for? Do we read him again?
Go on.
Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Her Story. Life is Strange. Ori and the Blind Forest. Splatoon. And Until Dawn.
I'm going to go with Until Dawn purely because it's the game I played.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, so I think it's a good new IP, and I think there's a lot of potential there to build forward for a sequel. Again, a lot of the others I haven't played, so I can't really comment.
Yeah.
Okay, performances. Okay, so award for best performer. Ashley Birch in Life is Strange. I'm going to ruin this next guy's name. Doug Cockle, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Merle Dandridge, Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Oliver Dimsdale, Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Mark Hamill, Batman the Arkham Knight. Ooh, I'm going to remember this next person's name. Masasa Moyo, Broken Age Act 2. I know which I'm going for, mainly because it's just geekiness.
Go on.
Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
Oh. Right.
Batman Arkham Knight. But again, I was on the edge of saying either the Everybody's Gone to Rapture's people because Deep's voice acting in that was absolutely outstanding. But between those two, I'm trying to think who they played, and I can't remember. There's a lot of different characters in Everybody's Gone to Rapture. I can't think of which one those are.
I'm going to go with Witcher.
Doug Cockle. Now, I'm trying to think. Tell you what, we're going to do a quick Google. Which character he played? Doug. Should probably have looked this up, actually, of who they were playing. Talk, Luke. Fill in the silence.
There's your Witcher 3.
Yeah. Just product placement.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by...
I feel like we're about halfway through this process and I don't feel confident. And I'm now reconsidering what the forfeit is going to have to be on this.
I should come up with one for you. Witcher 3. There we go, right. Okay. Doug Cockle played...
I tell you what we should do for the forfeit.
Go on.
I think from one of the categories, we pick the unknown game that neither of us know, buy it and play it. So it's sort of not a forfeit such, but and that person can come back and review it on the next show or something like that.
Okay. No, I think that's a fair enough forfeit.
It's a forfeit for either of us not really playing one of them.
Doug Cockle played... my iPad's died, so I'm bringing it back up. He played Geralt.
Ah, right. Okay.
So that's a good... yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Good shout.
I'll
Good
take
shout.
that.
I have to move over to my iPhone now because my iPad's died. So, yeah. I'm going Mark Hamill because it's Mark Hamill. So really going with my heart and not maybe my brain on that one. I've not even played Batman Arkham Knight, so... Luke Skywalker better pull through for me. So, best persistent game.
There's some persistent games, but...
would you put some of these games here? Okay, persistent game. Destiny the Taken King. Final Fantasy XIV Online. Guitar Hero Live. Lego Dimensions. Prison Architect. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Bit confused by this category.
It's because of the wording of it, isn't it?
Persistent. If someone said persistent game to me, Destiny the Taken King, because it's kind of constantly always been updated. There's always things that you can do in it. Final Fantasy XIV Online, yes, constantly persistent because it's constantly running. It's always happening. Guitar Hero Live, yeah, you can go in and just play the songs over and over again online. Yeah. Lego Dimensions, I guess there's constant packs being released for it, but I won't say it's constantly persistent online. Prison Architect, it's a good game, but I guess it does sort of, every time you go in, it's something new, but it's a bit like, I don't know. And Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
For me, for persistent, it's like longevity, like you said. Now, surprisingly, like games like Call of Duty, the amount of add-ons and stuff they put in there and updates that this would be for me the constant downloading of updates of who gives you a bit more. For me, I'd probably go with Witcher 3 purely because they've released the full expansion pack that I've bought. I haven't played it yet, but and my interpretation of it is giving the game longevity and that persistence with it.
It's just a weird, very strange category. Very strange category.
And I'm going to go with that.
Each game, almost persistent game, means a different thing for that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go with... Again, I'm actually going to go with my heart rather than my brain on this one. I'm going to go with Prison Architect. Mainly because they've come from such a small team to something big. And made by the same devs. That's their logo.
Ah, nice.
There you go. Mark Morris will be happy because we interviewed him at EGX. Look, promotion. But yeah, so I hope they do win this, mainly because they've come so far.
Yes.
And I don't know how it fits into the persistent game system, mainly because it's constantly running. It's always happening. It never really ends or finishes. So
it's our understanding of it, isn't it?
So, next category, sports.
Ooh.
A bit more your area. Dirt Rally. FIFA 16. Football Manager. Forza Motorsport 6. PES 2016. Or Rocket League.
That's made the sports category.
Well, I guess it is kind of a football game.
Yeah, well, it incorporates sort of racing.
This is your category. I'm letting you go first.
Come on. For me, it's going to be...
Rally?
Yeah, well, that we're up there. It's going to be FIFA 16, and that's going in my head.
Okay. I'm going to go with Rocket League, mainly because it's standing out. It's still a sports game.
Yeah.
And it's something very different.
Yes.
And it has taken the internet by storm. So I'm going to go with Rocket League.
I like that, and I like the reason for it.
Best story.
Oof.
Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Her Story.
Has to be.
Well, it's in the name. Life is Strange. Undertale. Until Dawn. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And that is for Best Story.
I'm bordering territory of becoming a broken record here. My head wants to go Her Story because it's in the name, and if it's not winning on that, then what much of a story is it? But I've not played that, and I've played Witcher. I loved the story, and we've mentioned this in previous recordings, but this is a game that really just captured me completely. So I will be going with The Witcher 3. Brilliant
Good
story.
choice. Very, very good choice. I have to admit, it's the first Witcher game I've actually completed all the way to the end. The previous ones didn't have me hooked as much, whereas I felt very invested within the characters of Witcher 3.
Oh, is it the characters?
Yeah, really, really invested into them, and I wanted to hear the full conclusion of what was happening with them. Whereas Witcher 1 and 2, still very good characters, but it almost needed that extra little bit of spit and polish just to have that extra bit of storytelling. A little bit, just to sort of have a little bit better writing, and I think they really nailed it with Witcher 3. I'm going to go different.
Good.
Because I don't want to go same. I'd go with Everybody's Gone to Rapture, but as much as the story's good, it's not told very well. Because that's the sort of game it is. Okay. It purposely splits the story up into amalgamation of different ways, and it's up to you to discover each segment of that story and for it to flow.
So that's a unique story in a sense.
Yeah, and now I've said that, I'm quite intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with Everybody's Gone to Rapture again. Mainly because it's told in a very strange way. And I had lots of moments in that which I always found quite moving. Yes, actually, there was a couple of moments in that game which I found really moving. And other than that, it would have to probably been Until Dawn. And again, I haven't played Her Story, Life is Strange, or Undertale. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Everybody's Gone to Rapture, and you're going with Witcher 3.
Yeah, I think with that one though, like on the Until Dawn, it just didn't. I said this previously. I think it just didn't do enough for me. The story itself ended too abruptly. It got to like sort of they so close to finishing, and then they were just like rushed done.
Don't you find that with like cheesy teen horror 90s teen movies anyway, where the story is actually not bad and the build up is really good, and then the end is just like
Yeah,
the ending
possibly.
The ending of a story can be the hardest one to tell because quite 9 times out of 10 there's no payoff.
True, but I think because there's so little gameplay in that game, you feel massively shortchanged. That at least if it ends well, because you got to remember
Everything
this game's
to
got
get up to that point was worth.
This game's got supposedly 7 or 8 different endings. So, and I've played quite a few of them through now. And I were left feeling a bit shortchanged.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Hey-ho.
So I've gone for Everybody's Gone to Rapture. You've gone with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Best debut game. This is a bit like original property, but yeah, fair enough. Best debut game. Her Story. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That sounds awesome. Lovers in Dangerous Space-Time.
That one again.
Mini Metro. Ori and the Blind Forest. Prune. And before I say anything else, I have not played any of them.
Yeah, there's a few games that keep coming out through this, though, isn't there? The same sort of games repeating themselves. I think, yeah, I'm going to go with Her Story because I keep hearing it and I haven't played it. But I think that should be the forfeit as well of playing it.
Okay. I think we should choose 2 games.
Okay.
For us both to play.
2 games.
2 games. I'll tell you what, actually, no, we'll make the rules even a little bit more complicated.
Oh.
Whoever loses must play 2 games that the other person's played, and whoever wins only has to play 1 game, what the other person chooses. So both of us are going to have to play something.
Yes, fine.
So I think that's fair, because it means that we get to experience games that we've not played anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, whoever loses has to play
forfeit,
2.
But because we both like gaming,
we're
it's
both
a bit
losing.
like yeah. It's like, oh damn.
I look at it that whoever loses gets to win, because they get to experience 2 games that they would never have thought of playing. And they could be 2 gems.
Could be. Let's hope so.
So, you're going with Her Story. I'm going to go with, mainly because the name sounds awesome, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Nice.
Right, so last 2 categories now. These are the big ones. Purposely left these ones for the end as well. Best British game. Batman Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Her Story. Prison Architect. Tearaway Unfolded. Until Dawn.
Oh. I didn't realise that was a British game.
Neither did I. I didn't realise Batman Arkham Knight was, but yeah. Maybe there was elements of it which were made here in the British place.
Yeah.
So yeah, Batman Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to Rapture, Her Story, Prison Architect, Tearaway Unfolded, and Until Dawn.
I'm going to go with Tearaway.
Did very well on PlayStation. Tearaway did. On PlayStation Vita, should I say. Won a lot of awards in 2014 at the Video Game Baftas. In fact, it walked away with 5 or 6 Baftas. Tearaway Unfolded, not played, and that was released on PlayStation 4.
I haven't played it.
I'm going to go with Best British Game. Ooh. For me, it's between Everybody's Gone to Rapture and Prison Architect.
I thought it might be.
Best British Game. I'm going to go with Prison Architect. Mainly because again, personal thing, I remember listening to the devs on an old podcast. It's actually a GameSpot UK podcast, which finished 3 years ago. They finished the show. And on one of the shows, they had the devs when Prison Architects was just released. And I remember listening to that podcast and hearing about the problems they'd been through, and the company went bankrupt at one time, and all the stories behind it. And literally, they got Prison Architect out, and they just worked their asses off. And they've got it finally this year. Was at the end of last year, it got released 1.0. And that was over early access and alpha versions and everything like that. And they were very open with the community. And we got an interview with Mark Morris as well, and he was a lovely guy. Lovely guy. It was one of our first ever interviews we did, and he came across really, really well. I'm not saying that all devs are really nice as well, but it was just that it was brutally honest. Of like when he gave an answer, he would give an honest answer. And from that, I'd love to see him win Best British Game, because all the people in this category deserve it. But on a personal standpoint, that would be awesome for him to see, and I'd be so chuffed for him if they won. Which one did you go for again?
Terror
Unfolded. Right, final category. Best Game.
Best game.
You ready? Everybody's Gone to Rapture. Boom. Fallout 4. Life is Strange.
Isn't it just?
Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain.
Really? Wow.
Rocket League.
I love it, but not that much.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So, I'm not even going to answer this yet. I'm going to throw this over to you.
Oh.
I know the two which you're going to be struggling with.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it for you to answer. I'm going to have another sip. Every time I do this, I throw it over to you and I go, I'll have another sip of my water.
Just applying more pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Best game. It is just a flip of a coin with this one. Enjoyed both in different ways.
Mm-hmm. I knew this one would be a hard one for you.
It's difficult because in my head, Fallout has various elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the construction part and the settlement element, as well as the main story and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Witcher doesn't have that. It's more story bit, but the story is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout
4. I'm going to go with Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Mainly because, I'm really sorry, I'm trying to work at my ums. I'm going to go with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's been a long time since I've played such a long game and completed it. And thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. It was overall, all round, just really good. Again, I've said this before, that it didn't do one thing absolutely perfect. It did everything really, really well.
Yep.
The story, a few bugs in it, but graphically
good.
They were funny, though. They were funny bugs. Numerous times I got my horse's head stuck in a mountain. Yeah. It was great fun. And it just did everything really, really well. Again, I think the next contender for it would be Fallout 4, and I think Fallout 4 probably will win it. But Fallout 4 didn't capture me the same way that Witcher 3 did. And I didn't previously enjoy the previous installments of Witcher. So when I actually went into it, I was expecting something okay. And yes, I was expecting something good, but not for what it was. You know what I mean? It was something that it was going to capture me I wasn't expected to capture me the way it did.
Yeah, it's past expectations.
I expected it to be a good game, not a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. So I'm going to go with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Spot on.
Our predictions for another year are done, Luke Gocher. So,
the lockdown. How confident I am in them, I'm not sure.
I think it's going to be close between us both, actually.
What? Because we won't score a single point between us.
We might get one. I think we might get one. So, forfeits, Mr. Goacher.
Okay.
Forfeits.
Pick a category.
Pick a category. Should we go with mobile games? No.
No, that is a forfeit. Knowing my luck, I'd have to download one that would cost me as well.
I'm going to go with the 2, actually. I want you to play Everybody's Gone to Rapture.
Okay.
Mainly because it intrigued me. And it's one that you haven't played. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. The second is... mainly because before, I think Her Story. Because you did nominate it for one. And I would like to see what your thoughts are on it. Again, I don't know much about it. So it's new, and that was actually both of those in the category original properties. So Everybody's Gone to Rapture and Her Story if you lose.
Okay.
If you win, get to play just Everybody Gone to Rapture.
Okay. These are going to be interesting.
I guess this is really harsh because some of these games are actually really, really good. And it's saying that they're a forfeit to play is a bit harsh, but it's kind of a,
Because I know the 2 that I want, I just want to find their names. So your 2 are Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah, actually, I'm quite sure. Yeah, cool.
And Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time.
I am very curious for what that game is.
And if you lose, if you win, the one you need to play is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time.
I'm really curious what that game is.
Maybe choose it when there's no one else in the house at the time.
What you were playing? It was Luke's forfeit. Cool. So I think that wraps us up for the Video Games Bafta special of the Always Games TV show. So we will come back, Luke, me and you, and we're going to do a part 2 to this show where we give the results and see who won, who lost.
Yeah.
But again, it's really like who you lost. You have to play video games.
Oh.
Damn it. So, thank you very much, Luke Goacher. You're an absolute star.
Thank you.
And we will see you in part 2 of the Video Game Special. Video Game Special. And yeah, sorry, but I mentioned actually the Video Games BAFTAs is going to be streamed live on twitch.tv, if I'm correct, on the 7th of April. So make sure you watch it and then come back and comment below what your predictions are going to be for each one of those categories. That would be awesome. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.